EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. This will be taken short.
Keep playing hard. At their own 23-yard line.
Reset. 19. 12. I'm on.
Watson on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
First down, Houston.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Sponge. No. Hey, check. 80 weapon. 24.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
41's the mic. Check 41.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Good. On 4, ready.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
2nd and 10 at the Texans' 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Run, lots to run. Easy, opposite. Check 43.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Ready.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Easy, opposite. Hey, high 7. Shit. Check 3, check. Hey, kill. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
To throw is Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out, and his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
And the Texans 1st down.
Where's the set? 19. Hey, 24. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis, his 2nd sack of the night. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Single receiver.
Watson now to throw. He's going to take off with it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, easy. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ready? You ready? Now watch one. Here we go. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Ready, catch it.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Kill. Whoa. Hey, easy.
On second down, Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Over. Whip. Watch the whip. Shift. Hey, easy. Let him. 41's coming. 41's the mic. 20 seconds.
Brees looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this one complete to Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. We're waiting. Watch the run. Check 37. 11. 41's the mic. Let's pick it up. Here we go. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Buzz.
Breeze now on first down. And this is Cook with the grab. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Makes the score Saints 10, Texans 0.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson, he finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we are at halftime of the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third.
You're good, you're good. High full, ready. Watch the twin. Sammy. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
A gain of 12 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, Find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. He's come good, we're good. High 4, ready. Coming, double up. 13. Hey, Echo. The Mike. 41's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 41, Mike 41. Cut. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a 1st down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Get ready. Showing it. Hey, easy. Who's that? 53. Who's that? Bravo. 41. I'm going to wedge that, huh? I'm here all day.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. Oh, another great move. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Check 31. Kill.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Now Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, ready. Yellow lady. Watch QB drop.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Kill, kill, kill.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Watson.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Ready.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
36.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Blue draw Corkers.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Hey, Delta. Kill. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Drop deep. 41's coming. 36. Here we go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
41's the Go. 41's the Mike. Check Mike. Mike 41. And let's get this. 41 Mike.
Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
That's good for the Saints.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
Kill. 49.
On first down, Murray. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. Lucky. Hey, zoom. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. Target. Hey, 41's Mike.
And the blitz does come. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Miller. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now Watson. Underneath for Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A first down carry now for Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Watson. Flush to his right. Open man, the tight end fails. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's been a long day for you. Hey, kill. Check. Watch the ship. Here we go. Hey, watch the ship. Here we go.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints' first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check. Crunch.
On the ground, Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and